And since the internet seems to be saturated with lukewarm self-help advice, I will provide you with 5 simple steps that will help you find peace and happiness in your life. In this chaotic world that we inherited from our ancestors since the advent of behavioral modernity about 50,000 years ago, in today's civilization that is being perpetually transformed right under our eyes, you may believe that your individual well-being is genuinely insignificant in the grand scheme of things. However, that is certainly not the case, and this is why I'm making this video to remind you that you should take care of yourself. For a long period of time, it was unfathomable to think of our own comfort since humanity was dealing with endless wars and epidemics. Moreover, modern humans who started roaming our planet about 300,000 years ago had to face constant threats like predators, lack of food, the literal ice age, and unpredictable natural disasters causing several population bottlenecks. Thus, every new day they would get to live was a blessing. Thankfully, with enlightenment and technological advances, things have changed, mostly in a positive way, and in our current century, if you're fortunate enough to have a stable income and a support system like friends, family, or even the government in certain countries, you shouldn't have to worry as much as our fragile, feeble, and vulnerable ancestors who had to risk their lives chasing animals, while you only have to press some buttons on your phone to order pizza, or better yet, chicken wings and fries. Now, in our seemingly advantageous contemporary paradigm, an overarching behemoth has taken over our lives, and the behemoth in question is a very complex interplay of economic systems and societal structures within which we can easily feel lost or invisible. This is why all the stress and anxiety from a time where we would fear the fangs and claws of the next predator has converted to a permanent sense of dread toward the future for many people. I don't need to remind you that we worry about so many things now, from political instability to climate change, and the inevitable hegemony of artificial intelligence. To avoid being drowned in this ocean of despair, it is essential that you take care of yourself. And since the internet seems to be saturated with lukewarm self-help advice, I will provide you with 5 simple steps that will help you find peace and happiness in your life. Step 1. Extract yourself from the chaos and realize the power of your existence. The first thing you need to do is to acknowledge yourself as a separate entity that deserves happiness. When looking around, you may easily feel lost in this big, intimidating world that doesn't seem to care about you, as if you were part of an enormous ant colony without any sense of individuality. Even interpersonal relationships can feel quite daunting at times, so make sure to protect your mental headspace. Be kind and compassionate towards yourself. Each of us has an original and irreplaceable life journey. In theory, we all have to go through hardships and moments of pure joy, so congratulations on making it to this day. In my opinion, surviving the human condition is already an accomplishment in itself. Even though scientists estimate that about 100 billion people have ever lived on this planet, there's infinite value in your life and personal decisions. The tough choice of constantly having to figure out what your next move should be, and if it's the right one, can certainly bring about a sense of dread that is thoroughly addressed by Jean-Paul Sartre's existentialism. To overcome this negative feeling, I recommend perceiving life as a game, so just have fun with it. Be the author of your own adventure, the painter of your existential masterpiece, and indulge in the magic or tragedy of every brushstroke. As you become increasingly aware of yourself and your body, you will naturally be inclined to value your health a bit more, so make sure to go see your doctor, fix your diet by consuming less sugar, drink enough water, get enough sleep, go to the gym, and let's not forget the delicious fruits and vegetables that nature provides. Step 2. Invest in experiences rather than objects. We live in a generation that likes to flex, a word that makes us think of bodybuilding competitions where athletes go above and beyond to impress the world while posing, tanning, and ingesting inordinate amounts of protein and other substances until they look so huge and ripped that they barely look human in the end. Society tends to place a lot of value on the facade, the outward appearance that hides all the negative sides. This behavior often leads to consumerism and encourages materialistic decisions, but there's an easy and healthy way around this temptation, and it is to invest in experiences rather than physical possessions. This has a lot of advantages. Fun experiences like spending time with friends and family can create beautiful memories that you can easily recall to feel better. The positive emotions that you get from memories are more profound and durable than the ones you get from physical things, since memorable experiences stay with you forever. Moreover, when you invest in experiences, which may include learning a new skill or taking up a new sport, you're more likely to contribute to your personal growth and self-esteem. Finally, bonding over an activity can strengthen relationships and instill a general feeling of happiness within your family. Step 3. Get more sunlight or try to live closer to the equator. In my very limited travel experience, I've noticed an interesting trend. As long as security isn't an issue, people seem way happier and outgoing in warmer cities that get more sunlight. There might be a few reasons behind this. Increased exposure to sunlight directly leads to more vitamin D in your system. It promotes healthy bones, teeth, and significantly boosts your immune system, whereas the lack of vitamin D has been associated with depression and fatigue. Other than the health aspect, there's a social one that comes with sunlight. People tend to spend more time outdoors in cities where the weather is more inviting. This naturally promotes physical fitness while boosting your mood and reducing stress levels. Widespread, vibrant social interactions are also more likely in environments with more sunlight. People will gather in parks, cafes, and outdoor venues, and this may strengthen your sense of belonging to a community. Finally, cities tend to be more colorful and beautifully designed when the sun shines bright most days of the year. You may see more flowers, green spaces, blue skies, and while you admire the beauty of nature, your mood will improve as you will feel happier and more relaxed. Step 4. Control the quirks of your mind, take control of your thoughts, and establish a stable routine. First things first, go get therapy if you need it or get help from a counselor, because an unstable and chaotic mind will amount to nothing productive. Once you get the handle of your thoughts and emotions, which might be a very slow and gradual process, your outlook on the world and your own future will become more positive. First, you will need to practice mindfulness to be aware of your thoughts and feelings without judgment. This will encourage you to always bring your attention back to the present moment. Positive self-talk is another efficient tool that will help you focus on your strengths and accomplishments. The next important step is to set clear goals for yourself that take into account your current skills and your full potential. Make sure to break them down into small, easily achievable steps so they become less intimidating while keeping you motivated. Do not confuse your goals with your fleeting desires and limit distractions as much as possible. I know it's easier said than done, but there are several strategies you can use, like unsubscribing from the most addictive streaming services or turning your phone's screen color into black and white to make it less appealing. Also, it might be time to delete all social media accounts that make you feel bad about yourself and that are specifically designed to keep you hooked for hours every day. Finally, try to create a daily routine that makes you feel productive. You may use a digital or physical planner. Figure out what works best for you. I would personally recommend something physical, which can be as simple as a bunch of post-its on the wall of your bedroom. Make sure to get enough rest to keep your mind sharp and stay as consistent as possible while leaving time for fun activities like exercising and going out with your friends. By this time, you should know that not everyone will like you, and that's okay, since you've built a solid self-esteem over the years. You already know your worth, so why bother wasting your time arguing with people below your cognitive level, enticing you to engage in self-sabotaging or hostile behavior? The right thing to do is to choose kindness at all times. As I said earlier, at least 100 billion people have ever lived on this planet, which will eventually be vaporized by the sun in a few billion years, by the way. So your existence, however insignificant it may seem, should always be a beacon of light for the world. So smile and make eye contact as often as you can to make people feel seen and acknowledged around you. Take the time to listen actively to people to truly understand their perspective. Practice empathy whenever someone has something to share with you, and try to put yourself in their shoes before judging them. I feel like people are rarely complimented or rewarded for the small but significant things they accomplish on a daily basis. For this reason, I encourage you to show gratitude and appreciation to people who make a difference in your life. You should also be thankful for your privileges and all the positive things happening to you. When you're grateful, you tend to ignore the small things that you lack in your life, and you generally feel happier since you realize all the blessings that surround you. Finally, be genuine and always strive to be your authentic self. Society often encourages us to fit a certain mold that we may not feel entirely comfortable with. Be brave enough to step out of that restrictive zone and create your own path in life. Move out of your city or country if that's necessary for your growth. Get a better paying job where you feel accomplished, or even a new degree. Your future self will definitely thank you. I hope you appreciated my tips. Feel free to leave a like and share your perspective in the comments. Also, make sure to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. See you next time!